Just quieten down, baby.
Per capita export value.
Libraries!
Minister, are you embarrassed by your behavior today?
There's a lot of bleeding hearts around.
Do you have the fortitude or the gonads to stand up and come across here and say that to me, you son of a bitch?
Just watch me.
He certainly went too far, Mr. Speaker, when I saw him stick his tongue out.
Contemptuous disregard.
More than a slab of bacon talking here.
The disappointment you also feel is my responsibility.
I lost my temper. What is the nature of your thoughts?
The word was F-A-R-T.
You do the intro. Oh wait, I'll do the intro.
Ready, go. Intro is.
Can you add sound effects and music to this? Like just
only
some
if you,
low.
only if it's good.
Are you recording right now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just like a low sort of chill vibe music to this intro, like really low, sort of like a slow jazz sort of intro.
Do it.
It's a rainy Thursday afternoon. Jesse sits here at his desk, drinking a buble coconut pineapple bubbly. That's right, it's buble bubbly. While editing his short film, Reese, having stripped all of his clothes, sits in the corner, rubbing coconut oil on his body and crying to himself. This is another special episode of Canadian Politics is Boring. Welcome, one and all, as the rain threatens to patter down on the window she is forever.
Smooth. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Jesse. Jesse, I've got a really good speak pipe I want to share with you.
We've got a number of... By the way, okay, so just to get in that, we've got...
This is Canadian Politics is Boring, a Canadian podcast about Canadian politics, but it's not really.
Right. It's not... Yes, it is. We talk about Canadian politics all the time.
But it is, but you know what
it's
I mean.
Made like 90% dick jokes and 10% educational material.
Actually,
so if you're coming here to learn...
One of our speak pipes is a dick joke, too.
Oh, is it? So, okay, hold on. I just want to go to our email while I've got you in here. Yeah, welcome to Canadian Politics is Boring. That is Reese. I am Jesse. I am an apathetic Canadian who really doesn't care about Canadian politics. And Reese really loves Canadian politics or politics in general and thinks it's funny that he's been dragging me kicking and screaming through the mud for 3 years, teaching me about my own country's politics. That's the show, in case you're new here.
I'm going to play a speak pipe so we get voice messages from listeners. So I'm just going to play this one for you.
Hey friends, Lexi here. I just listened to your episode about the Prohibition and the Rum Runners, and I wanted to share a family story from the Prohibition. So my great-great-grandfather, I don't know his name other than Captain Randall. He was a rum runner from Nova Scotia who went down to the Caribbean regularly with a ship of dynamite. And in return for the dynamite, he would come back with a ship full of rum for the people of Nova Scotia. People wanted rum, and people want what the people want, and he wasn't going to disappoint them. One time on his way back from the Caribbean, he accidentally entered American waters and was arrested for rum running, because obviously it was illegal at the time. And nobody knows how it happened or what happened in this time frame, but he ended up being the only rum runner to ever be pardoned of his crime, and that he was pardoned by the President of the United States, Mr. Franklin D. Roosevelt. So that's my story, and I wanted to thank you guys for doing the work that you do.
That's so cool! Oh my God.
Amazing family story. Number 2, I like that she described what we do as work. So,
right? I know.
Thanks, Lexi. That was awesome.
Thank you, Lexi. That was such a cool story, and you're a very good storyteller. I should mention. How cool is that?
Nobody in my family has ever been pardoned of their crimes.
So Lexi left that on our voicemail on our website, CanadianPoliticsIsBoring.com, which is apparently a feature of our website. I didn't even know. Other people have left speak pipes, and that's a separate website, speakpipe.com/Canadian Politics is Boring, which is essentially a way to leave an anonymous voicemail. You don't have to leave an email or anything.
And actually saying that, I've got a speak pipe here. This is a good one.
Okay.
2 seconds.
Hey guys, my name is Julie. I'm from Pennsylvania in the United States. New listener here. I found you guys through Jordan and the Nighttime podcast. I am not from Antigonish, but I would love a t-shirt with dicks on it. Thanks.
Done.
Welcome, American listener from Pennsylvania.
Do we have her address, her mailing address?
No, but we don't. But also, I don't have any T-shirts left. I think I have to get some T-shirts printed so we can put dicks on them and send them out to people. Well, I do have stupid, sexy Trudeau stickers.
She wants a T-shirt with dicks drawn on them, Reese. We have to give our listeners what they want. Yeah. We've got a message
drawn on one of yours or mine. So.
All right.
I guess it means like merch, like proper merch.
We've got more. We've got another speak pipe.
Really?
We do.
Well, I don't have that turned into a video, so I can't play it on here.
God damn it, Reese.
So anyway, so
I'm putting little green stars next to the speak pipes that we haven't played for you to notice, and you haven't noticed them. I'm also doing this on our. Okay, so we've done that. Let's see.
Perfect.
We've got a message from.
Two is enough. Two is enough.
Two.
We'll do them next time.
Okay, fine.
We'll do them next time. This is in lieu of an STD zone. So
that's fair. All right, that's fair. Thank you so much, Julie. It was Julie, right? Thank you so much, Julie, and thank you so much, Lexi.
I'm very excited about this topic. We need to talk about this topic.
Okay.
So the title
It's really raining outside. It's very calming right now.
Have you never heard of the rain before? So you're acting like the rain. This is this new thing you just came across called rain.
I just like talking about it.
It's like nice. The sky is having a piss.
Oh! I do have a little STD zone. Oh, by the way, if anyone was new here, STD zone stands for the small talk dimension.
What's your little STD?
I have a new toy. It's a keto. This, if anyone's watching on YouTube, this is a ketone measurer tool. It's pretty neat. It connects via Bluetooth to my phone. I blow in it.
Do you piss on it?
Yes, I piss on it, and then I blow on it. So it's a wonderful surprise.
Double up.
Yeah, it's just a tasty treat. And it measures my ketones and tells me how far I'm into ketosis or not for when I'm doing a ketogenic diet. And that came in the mail, and I've been using it. And so that's my little STD.
As you can tell by my face, I'm thrilled.
Totally thrilled.
Thanks, Jesse. Anyway, so this episode...
I like sharing my toys.
This episode is called "The Government is Not Ready for the Solar Death Storm."
Oh, this will be good. Oh, my God.
This is a cheery one.
Yeah, super cheery.
So,
God damn.
I don't know if you've noticed, but apparently solar activity is picking up right now. There's a cycle, like a 10-year cycle, roughly, I think, where solar activity like ebbs and flows, and which is cool because that means like northern lights.
Solar activity ebbs and flows. I mean, I'm just assuming that everything in nature ebbs and flows. What are you talking about specifically?
So there's a solar cycle where like the sun's activity, like coronal mass ejections and stuff happen, and it's not a euphemism.
Okay.
So,
all right. I mean, people have been talking about solar storms destroying the world forever, and it's never once happened, or had any impact as far as I can tell.
It has happened. It has happened.
Destroyed the world.
No, it didn't destroy the world, but it disrupted electronics. Let me get to it because there was a storm that wiped out electronics before electronics were a major part of our lives.
Okay.
And we're due for another one.
Okay.
And also, Canada is one of them. Canada is one of the most at-risk countries in the world because of our proximity to the North Pole.
Interesting. This, what this reminds me of. So, in high school, just to go on a quick rant about something that's not political, but just how we're not ready for something that is due any day now, which is what reminded me of it. I was in geology class and I was taught about underground volcanoes on the seabed floor and how it would split open and lava would come out. And because of the pressure and the cold, the lava would almost immediately freeze, or not freeze, but like solidify. And then, hundreds, sometimes thousands, tens of thousands of years would go by, depending, somewhere in that range. And it would erupt again. It would crack open in the middle and push the lava apart. And then new lava will come up and that would solidify. And this would happen over and over again. And so they could go down and they could measure they could take measurements from the different times that the seabed floor opened up and lava came up and solidified, and they could determine how often this happened. But what was really interesting is they could find the magnetic particles that, when the lava was liquid, would form themselves and direct themselves towards north and south. And they found that the poles on Earth swap. They do, yeah. They swap, like they go from north becomes south, south becomes north, and this happens it was happening every few thousand years, sort of thing, or maybe it was a few hundred. I honestly forget what that is. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was a few hundred, few thousand, or every 10,000 or 100,000. I don't know. It was a long period of time, and it would but what was really interesting is every time this would happen, there would be a period of time where the Earth would have no magnetism, or at least erratic magnetism. There would be no direct north, direct south sort of thing, and then it would swap. And what was crazy is that Earth hasn't had this happen in so long. A, scientists have no idea why, and B, it seems like we're due for it literally any fucking day now, and that would cause pure chaos.
Well, this is the same. So, like, I've lived through two things in the last year that made me realize the government isn't ready for anything.
I've lived through way more than two things to tell me that's true. Yeah, our government is like so ridiculous.
So Michael Byers, he's the research chair in global politics, international law at the University of British Columbia.
You know what? I'm
co-director of the Outer Space Institute.
I love outer space. I love science. I'm just curious what this has to do with politics, other than our government's not ready for it, which is fine. If that's what it is, I'll take that.
Well, that's it. This is something that's terrifying. So basically, he wrote in this article that at some point, perhaps the next year, perhaps decades from now, the entire sky will turn red as a deluge of high energy particles.
He's saying in the next year?
Could be in the next year, could be in a decade. High energy particles from the sun strikes Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere, and as a result, power grids, telephones, and the internet could be inoperable for months or even years. These coronal mass ejections are composed of electrons, protons, and other particles, and are unpredictable in severity, timing, speed, and direction. But when their path coincides with the Earth's orbital position, dramatic things can happen. So in 1959, there was something called the Carrington Event. And I don't know if have you ever heard of the Carrington Event?
Carrington
Event. So
no,
it was so powerful that people in Hawaii could see the northern lights.
That's fucking cool.
And what happened was powerful currents produced kind of on conductors at ground level. So what happened is telegraph operators, and because this is 1859, there wasn't a lot of electrical technology, but people who were operating telegraphs received electric shocks through their equipment from it.
Oh wow!
And apparently, it
like
was
deadly electric shocks, or just like
just like they were zapped, like shit, like that.
Okay,
yeah. And then it created an aurora so bright that you could read your newspaper at night in most of North America.
What?
Well,
what about electronics? Like, did electronics stop working though?
Well, it was 1859. Not many people had electronics.
Everything was electronic in 1859. Oh, did you say 18 or 19? Sorry.
1859.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I was. I thought you were saying 19. I thought you were saying 1959. I was like,
edit that out of context, make you sound stupid. Anyway, so
thanks, Reese. And
in 1921, there was another one, the coronal mass ejection that disrupted train services, and also switchboards in Sweden caught on fire.
Oh my god!
And satellites are at risk too. Well, obviously, we rely on satellites for a lot of stuff,
right?
Apparently, it can increase the drag in low orbits. So if a satellite's onboard thrusters aren't powerful enough, they can drag satellites back down to Earth.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So subways and electric trains would stop, traffic lights would go dark, electric pumps to like lift the fuel out of the ground in gas stations would stop.
This all happened in 1920 though.
No, this Didn't happen in 1920, but this is the stuff that would happen today.
Are we sure?
Well, yeah,
because this sounds like conspiracy theory talk. If you ask me, it doesn't sound like science.
NASA's James Green, who was the retired chief scientist, basically said if this happened, we'd be chopping wood and hunting squirrels.
For how long?
Or our electronics would be shot.
Yeah, but for how long though? How long does it last for?
Listen, oh no, the repercussions to rebuild society could take years.
Years? Hold on, wait. No, we just have to wait. We don't have to rebuild society. We just have to wait for our electronics to work again.
No, they might short out and be like everything might be damaged at once. All our electronics damaged simultaneously.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
So there's a very famous example that happened in Canada. So in March the 10th and the 12th in 1989, a large X-15 class solar flare occurred, and it hit the Earth several days later.
How long do these flares last for?
Well, this lasted roughly 2 days.
A flare that lasts for 2 days.
Well, yeah, it's a giant flare from the sun. They don't like.
Well, okay. So I'm curious about like these. Did these flares shoot out like an omnidirectionally, or do they just shoot out in very specific directions? Like,
I think they do go out in different directions because they usually miss us.
Okay, so if it does hit us, it's not like the entire world would be affected. It's just the face of the planet that is facing the sun at that moment. The
potentially, I guess.
Okay. The other side of the world. The other side of the world would be.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
It may be like partially affected. So
okay.
So this storm struck, and auroras could be seen in Texas and Florida. And because it was the Cold War, people thought there was a nuclear strike in progress because of the power loss.
Right.
And there was a mass communication blackout, but Quebec was hit really bad. So it basically like took out the power grid in Quebec.
Wow. Okay.
So because Quebec is on a bed of rock largely, it prevented the current from flowing through the earth. So there wasn't like as much of a less resistant path for the power to go through. So there was a massive power outage for 11 months. And that was after the network only went out for like 90 seconds from the flare.
Holy shit. So a 90-second flare, 9 months of repercussions.
11 months.
11 months.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Because everything was just fried, like physically
yes.
fried.
Yeah.
They had to create new electronics from scratch, basically.
In theory, yeah. So it was just...
Or fix the new ones that were... Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, because it blew everything out. So, like... and it also it caused the Toronto Stock Exchange to stop from trading because of the disruption as well.
Those poor fuckers. Oh,
I know.
God.
So I know all that money. Think about that money.
I do. I cry thinking about that money and how it's not in my own pocket. Sorry, keep going.
And so then I went on the government website to say like how are they getting ready for it, and I don't think they're doing anything, to be fair.
Of course not. Like, and what could you do though?
All they're trying to do.
How do you prepare for this shit?
I think somebody was saying that if you turned everything off when it hit, it might be okay. So if they were like, we've detected a solar flare is going to hit in 2 hours, everyone turn your electronics off until tomorrow. Go read a book. Like
interesting. Okay.
Then it's only because, but I don't know if that works. I read somewhere else that doesn't work. Other people are saying you can. So the government at the moment apparently they're trying to develop instruments that can test for coronal mass ejection, or CMEs, as the people in the business call them. So the idea is they go, oh, look, there's one come in, shut everything off. But I don't know whether that works or not, or whether they'd actually imagine everyone like shutting their power down ready for it. I bet what'll happen is it'll happen once, and then everyone will go, yeah, we need to shut power off. We'll be ready to it's like it has to happen before anyone's actually going to do anything about it.
Of course, that's how humans work, man. We are reactionary. We don't do things in what's the word I'm looking for? In preparation. Like seriously, how many people have taken off their fucking shoes when going through an airport because one motherfucker brought a bomb on in their shoes once,
unsuccessfully tried to light his laces on fire like a comedy bomb.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, it was the shoe bomb of Richard Reed. He was trying to light his laces on fire like a fuse.
That's funny. But because of that, that's, we now like fucking hell, right? So we're reactionary. You're absolutely right. It has to happen once for the world to go like never again, but we're not going to do it in preparation for it. That's never going to happen.
As well. Like, everyone washes their hands more and uses hand sanitizer, and we're probably better at like not infecting each other with illnesses than we were before it.
True.
But we'll forget in 20 years' time. We would have forgotten. Anyway.
I mean, we've had a pandemic before. We learned all these lessons before, and we've forgotten them.
It was 100 years ago,
right? Who's paying attention to history?
So if you can't sleep at night because you're worried about a coronal mass ejection, and that's not a euphemism, then
what the fuck would it be a euphemism for, Reese?
Ejaculation.
Oh,
it's pretty obvious.
Is it? Okay. I'm sorry.
Coronal mass ejection. What do you think I was talking about?
I don't know. I don't have your Welsh dirty, filthy mind. But
what other context would the word mass ejection be used as a euphemism?
I don't know, like a springboard bed to launch you out of your your bedroom in the morning to get. I don't know. Use your mind. Use your imagination.
I think. So my worry is, and this is the thing that I've never heard anyone talk about this thing really.
Okay. Nobody cares,
happened. Man. It happened in 1989. It happened in 1921. It also happened in 1859. And if the 1859...
I'd be very excited, to tell you the truth. I'd be really excited if it happened.
Well, if we lost all electronics?
That'd be so cool. It'd be a mini apocalypse. Come on.
It's like a mini one. Never existed. Everything would be wiped out.
Oh, that'd be kind of... Would it actually erase hard drives?
I don't know. Well, if our all our episodes are just digitally stored and it destroys globally or like wipes out all data.
Well, I mean, that's different. No, yeah, I don't know.
The only thing left
will
be the cassettes we did.
I mean, like, I don't know if it destroys hard drives or not. I'm hoping it wouldn't destroy hard drives.
It's like an electromagnetic pulse, which you see in like movies that take power out and stuff.
I mean, like, I'm a video editor, so I'd be useless during the apocalypse, but it'd still be fun. A little mini apocalypse.
You'd have to be a traveling minstrel and tell stories instead.
I'd be good at that.
Instead of being.
I'd be good at that.
You just wander from town to town with a lute.
I'd have to learn a lute. I could do that.
Telling stories of heroes and warriors and villains.
That's a great idea. Thanks, Reese. I'm all set now.
And they'll pay you with food.
Oh, because the banking system would be fucked.
Yeah, so they go, Jesse, thank you for keeping us entertained tonight. The next village is 3 miles that way. You can get there before nightfall if you leave now, and here's an apple.
I love this idea. It was kind of hoping for more than an apple, but I'll take it.
So that's the future for podcasters. If this happens, you just get podcasters walking from village to village, having conversations for food.
I was just thinking, like, people, same thing, like with TikTokers who are making a living, if TikTok suddenly went away, like in this mini apocalyptic setting, like what would they do? Just stand on the street corner shouting like, "Hey, who wants to watch me eat this shoe? Give me $2. I'll do it for a piece of sandwich." Like, just because that's what they're doing on TikToks, right? Like they have no actual marketable skills other than being ridiculous. Just dancing. Yeah.
Oh, then you'll walk down the street and you'll see someone like crying, just wearing rags, and they look really emaciated. And you're like, "Who's that guy?" And he used to be one of the world's foremost SEO experts.
Right? Yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
I don't want to boast, but I'm pretty good at chopping wood. I'm pretty good at slicing straight through like big logs with one blow. So I think I'll be okay.
I'll come in and stay with you. I'll stay in your...
You can watch me.
Yeah.
Watch me chop wood. So yeah. If you what would you do if we lost all electricity and you had to reinvent your entire career and LinkedIn wasn't there to help you? Send us a SpeakPipe, CanadianPoliticsIsBoring.com/ No, speakpipe.com/ Canadian Politics is Boring.
While you still can.
Yeah. No LinkedIn, no Facebook.
No SpeakPipe.
No SpeakPipe. No.
You got to hurry up and send that. Send us a SpeakPipe.
Listen to the rest of our episodes while you can.
If you're a prepper, if you're a Canadian prepper, and you've got a bunker and you're all ready for this mini apocalypse, I really want to hear from you. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
So-
and remember, Google the Carrington Event. That's the one that happened that would be devastating to modern life now.
The Karen event?
Carrington.
Carrington.
Carington.
Oh,
event.
was that the 19? When did that happen?
1859. Yeah. So if you're interested in this topic, it's terrifying, but you know. And then also, if you enjoy this show and you would like to hear more, we have a bunch of episodes, dozens of episodes now that exist behind the paywall. So if you go to patreon.com/Canadian Politics is Boring, you want to support the show and actually get access to a bunch of episodes you've never heard, then do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it. That's it. That's our,
cool.
That's our
We're
sales
done.
pitch.
I think we're done. Yeah, thank you for listening, everyone. And,
Thanks for
there's a British TV show called Crime Watch, and all they do is reconstructions of crimes in the hope that people can like find more information. So they like reconstruct like somebody robbing like a corner shop or something, and at the end,
cool.
At the end, the presenter always goes, "Thank you for watching. Don't have nightmares."
Oh, okay.
I feel like we need to do that. Don't have nightmares about a post-apocalyptic future where you have to live off squirrels, just eating raw squirrels.
Are you kidding me? I'd have so much fun. I say
Elvis
that now.
used to eat squirrels when he was a kid.
Elvis?
Yeah, and look how well he did.
Thanks. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Love you
all.
all.
Died on the toilet in his 40s. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.